Alright. Alright, my Frog Army. We're here to do the collaboration with this OG gamer90 guy. We're going to be going ahead and playing some Ghostbusters. I'm going to go ahead and send him an invite, or he'll send me an invite. Whichever. I'll probably send him an invite. We're going to go against the Scolari brothers while we talk about this. Awesome sauce. Alright, it looks like he's joining. There we go. There he is. Can you hear me? Dude.
There you are.
Alright. So, here we go. I did find out that you can change the audio of people. So, not sure if that helps.
Oh. How do you do that?
There's the voice volume, unless it's controlling my voice. I don't know.
What I did, I went onto my microphone on the console settings.
Yeah, you're good. I can't do that though, dude.
Huh?
I can't do that.
Yeah, I get that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if you can adjust the microphone volume on the computer itself, if that might help.
I don't know. I don't know how I would even do that.
I think you have to go into like your sound settings, your audio settings.
Yeah, but I got my. Because I'm already streaming right now.
Oh,
I don't want to go into my settings and stuff while people are like watching, dude. Like that's not.
Yeah.
I don't like that. So
I get you, but we got the subtitles either way.
You down to going up against the Scolari brothers?
Oh yeah. So are we starting?
I mean, I assume you go ahead and start with the lowdown. You know, I mean, did you do your little introduction as well? I mean, you can introduce yourself to the Frog Army. Oh, I forgot. They can't even hear me yet because stuck in this right now. All right. Takes so long to load.
You've got this. Kombat-Frog.
What's croaking?
We're doing a collaboration on both of our channels.
Woo! What is that noise? Alright.
This looks interesting.
There's one right there, the blue one.
Trap's going out! What?
Whoa!
Ghost captured. Now, focus on the rift. There's still more to destroy.
Wow.
Really? It's getting real out there. Having a rough night? Yeah, me too. I'd be used to this by now, but I'm so scared.
No problem.
Am I scared? Ask me again once I stop shaking.
Let's see. Where do we start up? What
You okay?
I don't like this.
Oh, hold on, dude. Hold on. My audio is a little with the voices are a little over yours. So hold on. Let me correct this dialogue. Sound effects dialogue. Let's turn that down too. All right. Yeah, the closer we are together, the better I can. Whoa. Better I can hear you.
Yeah.
Keep your head down, cover your ears, and hum softly to yourself.
The library, which is
How you doing?
pretty cool fact that I found out that the lions that sit right on the stairway towards the library.
Yo, dude, come on. Let's move. Come on, you can't. Let's not stay in one place.
Patience and fortitude. And the best part about that library is that it is
That's how it happened.
Manhattan's
What's up?
biggest library, which holds up to 2.5 million books.
That is a lot.
Also well known for being nothing more than a research facility.
There's paranormal activity everywhere. You need to subdue it.
It's just false evidence appearing real.
Bro, I can barely hear you. We gotta link up in the game.
I'll take that.
Hold on, bro. I can't hear you. Hold on.
Everyone go. This isn't looking good.
You don't get used to that.
Talked about the overheat.
Okay.
What are you trying to say?
It's over here.
So, what kind of, what buildings that are from the series that you know of that have showed up on the cartoon series? Firehouse.
The firehouse for sure showed up.
Have to break it together. Seriously, hop back.
I think we've seen the library in the cartoon. I really don't know, man. I mean, there's so much. Man, this is crazy right now. I didn't think this part was gonna be this crazy. Woo!
Hell yeah! All rifts are destroyed. Bust the ghost and you're golden.
I'm gonna check over here.
It's over. Place is fully haunted.
So we got one of the Scoleri brothers. That was pretty neat.
Oh yeah. But didn't you say, didn't you also mention when we last talked that the cartoon series had, in its own way, had some connections with the movies?
I mean, yeah, there's many connections. There's the connection with the I can't remember the exact episode title. I'm pretty sure it was in season 2 though. And after the fight with Gozer, when they defeat the State Puff Marshmallow Man, they get engulfed in that marshmallow stuff. Well, they were supposed to throw away the suits, right? But they didn't throw them away. They forgot, quote unquote. And they ended up becoming like ghost versions of the Ghostbusters, trying to hunt them down and trap them into ghost traps. So that was kind of cool. Slimer obviously is more pronounced in the animated series. He's more of a mascot. There's been let's see, what other connections was there? I think there was a couple other episodes too that connected to the episodes. I just can't remember them offhand.
like you're Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Yo, bro, when we cut off like that, I can't really hear you.
Wow.
I think I found some artifacts. So anyway, like I was saying, because I think that we got cut off on your end. I was saying that, after the battle with Gozer, you had them engulfed in the marshmallows goo, and they were supposed to throw away the costumes, but they did not throw away the costumes. I think it was Venkman that was supposed to do it, but he didn't do it. And so then they became ghost versions of the Ghostbusters, trying to trap the humans in their version of ghost traps.
Oh, nice.
If I remember right, yeah. It's been a while. I'd have to rewatch it. But there's a couple other episodes too, but I can't remember offhand. But they're pretty good. The show is really well done. I mean, I'm not saying that every episode is amazing or anything by all means, but it is a decent show.
Of course. No, and in terms of movies, I mean, just like you said before, the Firehouse makes a lot of appearances because, and it makes sense though, because it's the focal point to their home base.
Yeah,
So
and actually,
quite obvious that.
Go ahead.
And so it's quite obvious that it's going to show up on every episode of the cartoon series, and of course just about every movie except for Ghostbusters Afterlife, which instead of taking place in New York, it takes someplace else out in kind of a town that's pretty much in the middle of nowhere. But what I loved about it though is that you remember the first one.
Well, hold on, real quick. In the animated series, we see the outside of the house of the firehouse, but not as much as we see the inside of the firehouse. We see more of the inside of the firehouse in the cartoons than we do in the movies, flat out. There are so many little nicks and crannies in this in the firehouse in the cartoon that's really cool. And in the cartoon, there's also other things too. There's an Ecto-2, and Ecto-2 flies.
Oh, no way.
Swear. It appears in episode 1 of the real Ghostbusters called Ghosts Are Us. It's a terrible episode. But it's kind of cool to see, other Ectos they had, other kind of, what's the word I want to use? Other kinds of, ghost stuff, I guess, different, and there would be more information about, what type of ghosts are these? What class do they go under? Are they a class 4, a class 5? Are they a roaming vapor, or are they a poltergeist? There's a bunch of different kinds. Cool. But they go more into it in that, and some of the stuff actually they talk about certain. There's a story where they talk about a locomotive that a guy ended up killing a bunch of people on this train, and there's an episode. Yeah, there's an episode about his ghost, and apparently he did it the ghost was trying to stop it and everything, but it wasn't working. And in his real life, I guess he didn't mean to kill those people. Now, do I know if that's how it was in real life? I don't know. I'm just saying how it was in the cartoon.
Right. And and speaking of that firehouse, that firehouse actually has a lot of history to it.
Yeah? Like what, man?
And in a way, that history is connected to the history of Manhattan, New York itself.
Oh, really?
And yes, so basically, I mean, the firehouse wasn't established until 1865, and that was when they consolidated their first fire department, and these people who were picked to work there, these were random water bucket carriers, because long before 1865, before they even had firemen there, it would be the whole, that'd be the firemen.
Oh,
they would, and not just men, it was women, children, even even during the slavery back then, even the slaves pitched in and helped put out the fire.
Damn.
And as it was worded, it's the whole community, the entire community pitched in. If a house was caught on fire, one little house, or whether it's a little house or a big house, everybody in that community had to pitch in and help. Men, women, children, and slaves.
Wow.
But here's the cool thing, though, that what created the foundation for that community, though, was the Dutch settlement. Now, they didn't come in till 1620 something, but when they created, and they called themselves the New Amsterdam, and this is before it became an official city within Manhattan. Now, it didn't become official or recognized as a city until 1653. So you're talking, but what's cool though is that, like, as you can tell, the history of the firehouse and how it originated is all connected to the Dutch settlement and how that all founded everything with the Dutch's culture, language, and just kind of their way, their foundation, their laws, everything that made them was what was basically the foundation which created the culture which New York has today. And as of today, because the firehouse has connections to the movie, because of the fact that their firehouse made an appearance on the movie,
Right.
which actually has a name called Hooks and Ladder Company 8.
So this actual firehouse has a name?
Yes, it's an actual firehouse with an actual name. It's called Hooks and Ladders Company 8.
Cool.
Now, they don't do tours, mind you. I mean, the other places they kind of do, but this place doesn't. But apparently, if you ask one of the firemen, they'll take you around and they'll show you some of the spots around their firehouse where they actually have merchandise. And it's their merchandise for their firehouse, but because they have a strong connection not only to the movie but to the whole Ghostbuster fan base, they've created products of their own, merchandise of their own with their stuff with a little twist to it. They added the ghost from Ghostbusters.
Oh, like that logo?
Example, yes. They still, and speaking of which, that logo, that little Ghostbuster sign with the Ghostbusters logo and everything that you saw in the movie that had hanging outside the firehouse, that is still hanging, but not hanging the way it was on the movie. It's hanging up against the window above the opening driveway where the fire trucks come out, sitting there still to this day.
Cool.
And they sell, and their merchandise is pretty cool. They sell T-shirts with two different kinds of pictures on them. It's with their firehouse logo, but with a little twist.
Yeah.
So when you got two options, you can get one where it's a ghost holding the fire pole.
Yeah.
Or you can get one with the ghost holding the official Ecto 1 license plate printed on it.
That's cool.
Yeah. And they sell other cool stuff like pins and things like that. It's pretty cool.
That is pretty neat.
Yeah, you know, it's pretty interesting in how these people stay true to the whole Ghostbusters fan base. You know, and to me, I see it as their way of supporting the whole fan base.
I would see it as that as well, like showing like I think the word is homage. I think that's the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, homage.
Yeah.
Homage. But I like when companies do that. It's like showing respect to the film. Because, like, it's part of history now. I mean, Ghostbusters is massive.
Well, yeah.
There's actually...
I mean, they've used that firehouse back in the 80s.
Well, here's some...
Filmed it.
Go ahead. Sorry, we're both trying to talk and whatever. We're both excited.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you gotta remember, they didn't use that... They didn't first film in that firehouse until 1986.
Well, you know what's interesting is that there was actually a book that was served as a sequel to Ghostbusters. I think it was Ghostbusters 2. and it was called Return of the Ghostbusters. It's really, really hard to find book. I've never been able to get my hands on it. I've always wanted to so I could read it, but I can't find it. But what's really cool also is Ghostbusters has become such a wide-known phenomenon that it even has, like, fan films. Like, I remember, like, back when I was looking for more Ghostbuster stuff back in, oh my god, maybe like 2006, man, when we were back in high school. I remember finding I remember finding a fan film called Freddy versus the Ghostbusters, and let me tell you, it's hilarious. It is one of the funniest things you'll ever watch. When I say funniest, I mean they did a good job. It's definitely not the Ghostbusters, but it's a version of them, you know. And it is good, but they made a sequel called Return of the Ghostbusters. No, it's not like the book. I wish it was. But, however, it's really good. Now, you can't think that, you're going to see the actual Ecto-1, that kind of, fan film. No. But there's a lot of stuff out there, a lot of content. There are fans that want to, a fresh idea or a fresh coat of paint. I mean, there are people that are making 3D animations of the intro for the real Ghostbusters cartoon. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah, and I mean, I personally, when it comes down to Ghostbusters, I want more, and I'm totally down with them doing more. I'm just wanting them. I just want more of like the cartoon where they go out, they bust some ghosts, and they have a good time, and maybe one ghost is giving them more problems than others, but like, the movie, the last one, like, Afterlife, because you were just mentioning Afterlife. Not Afterlife, what was it? Frozen Empire, which happened after Afterlife. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It was interesting, great ideas, with the whole ghost lab and whatever, looking into that stuff, that was cool.
And it also gave me the feeling, like, it's, as you mentioned, the title to that one, that... Return to Ghostbusters?
Yeah, Return of the Ghostbusters, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of gave me that, the Frozen Empire kind of gave me that feeling like, oh, Ghostbusters have returned.
Well, even Afterlife was really, I mean, I personally loved Afterlife. That movie made me cry. That ending for me was oof.
I know, that ending was it was quite the tearjerker,
It was.
I mean, I felt like when they did this movie, I feel like not only were they paying homage to Harold Ramis, but
they were.
It was the filmmaker's way of paying their respects.
It was a complete love story, dude.
He played Egon Spangler, and
not a love story,
love
letter.
Egon Spangler, he made a lot of appearance in the animated series.
Well, he was like literally in everything. I mean, he was even, excuse me, both movies. He was in the he was in the 2016 movie as well. I'll give that to them as well. But the character of Egon from the cartoons were just, it was pretty spot on. I mean, there were some spots that he was a little rough around the edges with when it came down to how Egon is, but by the end of the day, Egon was more focused on spores and fungus than his family, and I mean, his family was always there, in the forefront for him, with pictures and stuff, but the job,
the world from evil entity was like his top priority,
like the main thing,
yeah, it's like, and that's one thing I love about Afterlife is, like I said, not only is it paying homage to the character Egon Spangler, but it's their way of paying respects to Harold Ramis, because him, like Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Ernie Hudson, those four, they were, they are what made the Ghostbusters franchise, an icon.
I mean, it worked. That's the thing, is like, you had a concept that when put on paper and then put on the big screen, it worked. It was amazing. I mean, even the hype today, I mean,
put together the first two.
Yeah, a lot, and it was him and, fudge, oh my god, I can't remember his name. He's still around though, but him and
He's still around, yeah.
Yeah.
He took part in the 2016 one and the latest one, Frozen Empire.
yeah, Frozen Empire wasn't bad. I there were some spots of it I didn't like, but it was still a good movie.
Yeah, there were some spots I didn't like either.
I want to know more
There
about the
is
little
one
girl.
thing I can say,
You know,
one thing I can say about Afterlife though is that I've loved how they made it seem like the first case from the very first one was like there was a part 2 to it, and with but more in-depth details.
Mm-hmm.
Because they brought back Gorzo and they even brought back the 2 dogs, but they did. But the different though on Afterlife though it makes it different from the first one was that they didn't take the shape of a dog like they did in the first one. Those 2, they only took shape of like some black smoke like entity.
No, they did form as the dogs as well though. It wasn't just a black smoke entity. You should definitely rewatch it. But they, when they got possessed or whatever, they were dogs for a little while. Like you
Ivan
did see
Reitman,
them.
That's the guy you were talking about.
Who?
Ivan Reitman.
Yeah, but there was also, the thing is like it was also one of the Ghostbusters too. It was the guy from the Blues Brothers. I can never remember his
Dan
name.
Aykroyd.
There it is. Yeah, he helped with a lot of that stuff too. A lot of the ideas.
Oh yeah, well if you were to look at the back of all of them, you would definitely see. I mean, sure, the first 2 you'd see both Dan Aykroyd's name and Harold Ramis' name on there.
Well, yeah, because they were the main 2
The
dudes
one
that
guy
wanted to
you
continue.
see on there, the most on almost every single one of them will be Dan Aykroyd and Ivan Reitman.
Yeah, dude, they were great. And then there's like another. Ooh, excuse me. There's there's another Ghostbusters cartoon that they're working on for Netflix. But nothing is said.
really?
Yeah, nothing is said about it though. I don't know anything about it. Oh, sorry. No, nothing is said about it at all. It just says that it's going to happen, and it's probably going to follow like the plot of the movies that just came out. I'm hoping that maybe we get a prequel. Like when I say prequel, what I mean is like maybe this a story that's leading into Frozen Empire. I'd be okay with that.
Oh yeah. Because I remember that would definitely make sense. Because if you remember, when Afterlife ended, they were still living happily out in Somerville, right?
Well, not only that, but like they were okay. Their plans were to head back, but you got to think like from the time frame of Afterlife to Frozen Empire, all of a sudden, both kids know how to use proton packs. The kid is an excellent driver. Like, huh?
All the kids.
Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad. I forgot about that, dude.
That became her older brother's boyfriend or
Yeah.
girlfriend.
So the thing is, they all learned how to use them. They all learned like what they were capable of. And then that one girl is like literally working in Ghost Labs, which that tells me that she knows more about the internals of the proton guns and the packs and the traps and all that. So I'd like to know more about like the lab.
The shorter one.
No. The what was her name? The black girl. I can't remember her name.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
she
but
was awesome though. I like her character. I love it.
Yeah, I like her character too. But didn't the guy's little sister wasn't she the one that repaired them?
Yeah, well, okay, but she got the help though because remember Egon's ghost was still there. And Egon's ghost pointed her towards the proton pack. I'm going to look up this woman's name because I feel really bad for just like saying, that. I want to know what her actual name is. Hold on. Ghostbusters Afterlife cast.
But yeah, no, and then I think, I mean, not to diss on the franchise itself. I mean, I'll give them kudos. They tried to do.
It's
an
her name here.
Ghostbusters.
I got her name. It's real name is, I'm gonna butcher this. Callisti O'Connor. Hold on. Hey, honey, how do you say that name? Celeste O'Connor. So that's her real name, but in the movie, her name was started with a P. Phobius? No, that says Phobius Class. I don't know. I'll have to rewatch it. But yeah, it was leaving a sour taste in my mouth. I didn't want to just refer to her as that. That was wrong. So. But no, her character was awesome. I want to see more of her because, like, she really, like, was in the lab, and helping with, like, the future of the components. And the nerdy girl, Egon's, would that be niece? Or granddaughter. She knew what she was doing, with the putting it all together and having a good time. But I just feel like her direction was more for the ghost busting and not more of the fixing and in the lab.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But her brother, I want him to have.
Show some talent on
Yeah.
Afterlife.
Absolutely.
Using those protons and busting ghosts.
And I think my favorite character in the newer stuff is Podcast. I really like. I love Podcast,
He's
man.
so funny.
He is. He is awesome.
He is, and I loved how they first introduced him in Afterlife. I mean, don't get me wrong, he seemed like it was kind of a stalker to that girl, but
Yeah, he did.
in the end, it's like, it worked out pretty good.
It did. It did.
And, but, now, and since you're bringing up the possibility of, of the possible of it being a prequel to, or somewhere, or having to take place somewhere between Afterlife and
Frozen.
And Frozen Empire, now I think, once word gets out, once Netflix makes more of an announcement and the production that's working on the cartoon makes an announcement or gives a little bit of a tease, like a little tidbit of what's going to be possibly coming for us to look into or to be expecting out of the cartoon. I think it's going to be great because I'm sure there's plenty of people out there, plenty of fans out there are wondering, okay, what went on between this time frame and that time frame? What happened in between here?
Well, that's it. We could get it. We might not. We'll see.
The ending of Afterlife, they're still out in the middle of nowhere of Somerville, and yet all of a sudden when once you jump into Frozen Empire, they're already back in New York. So it makes people wonder what happened in between there. When was it that they decided they're going to go back to New York?
Well, the thing is that at the end, if you watch Afterlife, there's a ending credit scene with the Ecto-1 driving into the firehouse.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's some little segments that are after the credits on the last two films.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, because I saw the segment thing on the latest one.
Yeah.
But here's what I love about when they start. But my favorite part about, as I was mentioned before, when they brought back Gorzo, is I like how they did that. And then when they came out with Frozen Empire, they brought the torso apparition back from when they returned to that library. Which is actually called, in real life, it's actually called the Stephen A. Schwartzman.
The museum?
Lab, which is no, it's a library. It's the public library. New York
Oh,
Public Library.
the one from the first film.
From the first film, yes.
Nice.
But the one thing I didn't like though is that they gave her a slightly different appearance. I was a little disappointed at, but the way she went about it was way different compared to how she did it in the first one, which I thought was really great. It showed more It's like it showed another dangerous aspect of her.
Yeah.
But still, in the end, though, I thought it was pretty cool that they revisited, at least the library, which, if you really think about that scene there, when Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray and Harold Ramis made their first encounter with that spirit, it was iconic.
I agree.
And it had to be iconic enough that it had to be so notable to be brought back, to be on the Frozen Empire, only to be revisited.
Well, I hope that, I would like to know, you see, the thing what I liked about the Frozen Empire was the whole lore that it was talking about with the creature or with this ghost and whatnot. That's how they used to do the episodes. Where, hey, you'd have your weekly monster, or here's a little bit of history on it, Hey, maybe it had some Danish lore or whatnot, there was even one where they end up going to, oh my god, where was it? Transylvania, I think they ended up going to.
Yeah. I know. It was pretty. I think it's pretty cool. It's it's almost like the more movies and TV series they put out, the more lores they create for some of their iconic ghosts.
Yeah.
And and if you notice, they're always adding more to it.
No, absolutely.
I mean, like you mentioned, that the full torso apparition at the library, didn't have much information on her on the first one. All they said is all they mentioned is that it had to have been some old librarian that had to have died there.
Well, what's interesting, actually, check this out. I got a little bit of more story about that, actually. So the librarian, so if you play the 2009 video game, it actually serves as a direct sequel. It's actually technically Ghostbusters 3, officially. So when you're playing it, all the original voice actors, the original people who wrote the script came together to write this script. But anyway, I'll tell you what I can remember. So the librarian that it is talking about was, there's this dude who it mentions a lot in this franchise. And, I can't remember what it's Tobin Bell or something like that. Anyway, I'll look it up. John
Tobin.
Not for the Spirit Guide. Yeah, no, it's not Tobin Spirit Guide. Not that guy.
Different Tobin.
Yeah, I maybe not a different Tobin. Maybe it wasn't Tobin. But anyway, this rich guy was trying to figure out how to open the portal. So you remember you remember the dude who was in the at the end of Afterlife? The dude who was in the coffin in the glass? That guy?
Yeah.
That dude manipulated the librarian, killed the librarian for some special sacrifice, or she had a book that he wanted and she couldn't give him. I'll have to replay the game or whatever, but definitely check out the 2009 Ghostbusters game. It was remastered for PS4, so check it out. It's good. And it has and it's voice acted by the originals, all that.
Well, you'd have to rewatch Afterlife.
Yeah.
Really, because if I recall, I think they mentioned a little bit of that in Afterlife as well.
They might have. But yeah, it's really good. Yeah. It's a good story. It's, it's not a long story. It's maybe about 2 hours long. It's very interesting. So, I definitely recommend it.
Oh, yeah. And if any of you viewers are interested in checking it out,
man, I actually just might stream it.
You'll find it at your local stores or
no, actually, you know what? If you have PlayStation right now, you can buy it on sale right now. I don't know exactly how much it is because I already own it, but it was on the store last I looked, which was a couple days ago.
All right.
Yeah, so definitely. And if you want to see me stream it, just comment down below. Let me know. If I get enough comments, I'll do it. So. But yeah, even the Extreme Ghostbusters was good. The Extreme Ghostbusters cartoon actually even had a sequel too, because like the sequel, there was an episode called Grendel in the real Ghostbusters, and they did a sequel to the Grendel in Extreme Ghostbusters, which was really cool. Freaky episode, but really cool. And it's not often that you have a cartoon that does that.
And you should know me, Frog. I'm into that kind of freaky shit.
Yeah, it's weird, bro. Like, one of the things that this creature, the Grendel, likes to do is he kidnaps children, bro. And then he turns children into he turns children into Grendels, bro. It's creepy, because he'll stand at the window and he'll be like, "Come out and play, child. Come out and play."
Oh my god.
It's creepy, bro.
That's a creeper. That's
bro,
creeper behavior.
Bro,
right
pedo out the butt, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But it's a damn good series. For the real Ghostbusters, it's 7 seasons, about 100-something episodes. The only real way to buy it is from Time Life, but that you can't even afford that. Well, I mean, I'm not saying you can't afford that. My bad. I'm saying that it's pretty damn expensive. They want over $900 for it nowadays. So I mean, that's a lot of money for some DVDs. So that's why I said you can't afford it. Like, not meaning like you actually can't. Yeah, dude, just for a freaking series. I mean, you got to think. For that Power Ranger one I have, I paid $4.50 at the time, and it was from Time Life. And now it's probably worth a couple thousand. I don't know. I haven't looked it up in a long time, but it was put out by the same company, and anyway, when I bought the Power Ranger one, the Ghostbusters one ended up going out of print. So it was like a choice, pretty much. I don't regret my choice, though, but I love the Ghostbusters. I do recommend, if you can find it, watch it. Not all the episodes are available on Netflix. Netflix is missing about 19 of them. But the Extreme Ghostbusters can be found all on YouTube, and it's only 40 episodes. And each episode is fun, and it's packed with... It's got actually some diversity, bro. Eduardo, Mexican guy. It's got a goth chick who, it's got a guy in a wheelchair.
A Mexican, an Asian, and
a black guy, and it's got a dude in a wheelchair. And it's great. It's a great show.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, it is great. And did you know they actually made a game?
Yeah,
the Extreme Ghostbusters.
They did for
the
PlayStation.
PS3.
What?
Yeah, they did one for the PlayStation 3.
No, I think you're mistaking that because, like, the thing is that Ghostbuster game in 2009 came out for the PS3 and Xbox 360. There was a game...
No, not the one with the original Ghostbuster. I'm talking about they made one that based off the Extreme Ghostbusters.
Yeah, but there was...
And they made it for both PlayStation and 360. But on the 360, it was considered an arcade game.
But what was it called?
I forgot what it was called.
Because I know there was a PS1 game. Because there's been several games, dude.
Speaking of games, they've made Ghostbusters for almost every console.
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
I mean, they started. I mean, the first game that came out of that was Ghostbusters. They had it for Sega, NES.
Whoa! It was older, buddy, older. We're talking Commodore 64.
Oh yeah.
And there's some old ones. I mean, there's some, like you said, those Sega Genesis for sure. There's PS1. They had it all. They had games on. 360, PS4 now. I mean, Ghostbusters has been a franchise, and I don't think it's gonna die anytime soon.
I don't think either. I mean, sure, the movies will have to come to an end eventually, though. But the games, no, I don't think they're ever gonna quit doing the games.
No, I don't. You were breaking in and out a little bit,
going.
Dude. Just so you know.
But anyways, I don't think the games are gonna die. No.
No, I mean they just came out with a game this year. It's a VR game, but it. Go ahead.
Huh?
A VR game just came out this year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I wish I had VR so I could play it, man. Shoot.
I don't know, man. I mean, fuck, we had VR, both of us could have been doing that, man.
Believe. So
But
yeah.
no, that's the one thing I can say that I don't think they're gonna ever be done making games out of it. And you know, and I'll be honest, I wasn't really big on playing the games because they seemed too hard for me. But when I got into the 2009 one, which was remastered for the PS4,
Yeah. I have that one.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it because my favorite part about it is that they brought back. I mean, of course, they had somebody else voicing Egon.
No.
Back,
No. That was all original voice actors. Egon hadn't passed away yet.
oh, he hadn't passed away yet on that?
No. That game was made in 2009. He had not passed away yet.
So Harold Ramis was on there as well.
Yeah. The guy that voices Egon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in that too. All the original Ghostbusters are in that game.
Yeah, and that's what really piqued my interest into that game was because it had Bill Murray, it had Dan Aykroyd.
But that's the game I was talking about.
And Harold Ramis. And in addition to that, all the other cast members as well, like
Like the Dick.
Annie Potts, who played Janine.
Yeah.
And they all came back on there, and I think they all did an amazing job. You know, and the fact that even makes things even cooler, they did facial scan, body scans, everything to put these actors in the game.
Huh.
And here's the cool part about it. They used the computer, once they got them scanned, got them created as a character, and they used the computer to regress their age appearance to make them look like the age they were from the first one.
Absolutely. And I really liked the game. It was good. There was a lot of callbacks to the first film and the second film. The painting is in the game, which was really cool.
Nice.
It actually talks to you here and there if you go up to it. Oh, man.
Yeah, and let's talk about the all-female one. I mean, it wasn't the greatest. I mean, I thought the idea that they pitched for making the Ghostbusters all-female was cool and all. And the coolest thing about it, they had the original guys, everybody except for Harold Ramis, making an appearance, but each one, it's like they had the opposite roles from what they had in their own perspective Ghostbuster movie. You know, you got Peter Venkman, who is a scientist, you know, who doesn't believe in ghosts, and then you got, played by Bill Murray, and then you got Ernie Hudson, who's not only a taxi driver, but he also owns the firehouse. And then you have Susan Sarandon, who comes back, and she's actually a scientist who ends up joining in with the all-female group.
Absolutely.
You know, I thought that was great, and my favorite part in that movie, and this one will always be my favorite part, is when Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness, made that appearance on there. And the way it went is that he's standing on the side of the stage.
Yeah.
And when he takes a peek out towards the audience, he sees all these ghosts flying around, and everybody's panicking. And he yells not quite at the top of his lungs, but he goes and yells, saying, "Shit! I'm seeing things again!"
That shit's funny.
And I thought that was funny. I think Ozzy, even for having a few lines in there, I think he did pretty good.
I mean, I haven't watched the movie in a while, dude. I'm gonna be real with you. I've watched it twice. I watched the theatrical cut and I've watched the extended cut. I don't mind the women Ghostbusters. I don't care. I thought they did a good job. I think it was just a poor execution of a film.
I agree.
I agree.
But here's the
hold
thing.
Hold on, man.
I like about it. Just like on the cartoon of Extreme Ghostbusters. And I wish they did it though. If they were doing all women, they could add some diversity to it too. But I think they only had one black woman on there.
Just like they had one black man in the Ghostbusters. But anyway, like I was saying, dude, like the movie was okay. I didn't like the execution. I didn't like the way they treated the original cast personally. I don't know. I think it should have been a handing of the torch. If it was a handing of the torch, fans would have been way more accepting. You know, way more, hey, you know, we're too old for this. We can't do this. You know, here you go, you know, type thing. But instead, they completely erased it, and then, like, they got their whole own universe now, and that's cool. I mean, even the comic books, you know, they got their own universe. And even in the comic books, they actually, the original team and the female team, they actually end up meeting in the multiverse of comics. I haven't read that story at all, but I did hear about it.
Yes.
And I just didn't like the way that they made Chris Hemsworth. I didn't like his character. Because, like, in the original movie...
You didn't like his character, huh?
No. In the original... Look, if you look at the original movie with Janine, they don't make her out to be an idiot. They never made her sound stupid, moronic, nothing like that.
No, they made her out to be the most sassiest person out there. With,
she was
like,
funny.
Smart-ass comments.
She had some smart-ass comments, okay? But the thing is that the Chris Hemsworth character was used as a joke. I mean, in the extended cut, he has a dance number. I personally did not find that funny, and if somebody did, that's cool. But I was not cool with it. But by the end of the day, it's out there. It's not canon. It's multiverse, and the people can be angry about it, and then there are people that can be happy about it. Either way, it's Ghostbusters. So,
and but if you look at it this way, and this is just coming from my perspective, I felt like when Chris Hemsworth's character made his appearance in the movie, and showing how just 100% stupidity, can't do anything for himself and everything. It's like I feel like it was a kind of a spit in the face to Annie Potts' character.
Yeah, it like made it seem like her character was a joke. And I never looked at her character as a joke. I actually liked her character. I thought she was funny. And even in the second film, I loved her character even more. She was just as funny, if not funnier. I mean, we only seen her for a little bit, but let's be honest. I mean, the way they treated Chris Hemsworth, like the way they had his character, is like, I don't know, dude. It just made me... It just felt a little disrespectful, bro. You got this guy who just got done playing Thor, and now you're gonna have him play, like, someone who doesn't know how to answer a phone?
Or whatever.
Bro, like, just someone who doesn't know how to answer a phone. Like, how do you not know how to answer a phone?
I know, right? How do you not know how to answer a damn phone? I mean, you pick it up, if it's ringing, you pick the damn thing up and put it up against your ear.
And look, if it's one of those old school ones that are still literally connected to the wall, you pick it up. You don't even have to push a damn button. You just pick it up. Hello? Unless it's a cordless, then obviously you have to say talk, or there's a little button you push. But I mean, it's not difficult. And so that when that scene came about, I was just like, oh, that's stupid. And then the rimless, what was it? The glassless glasses. You know, the ones that didn't have any glass to it. It was just it was just the rims.
Just the rims.
That was dumb. That wasn't even funny.
No. And that's why I say that character there, that Chris Hemsworth's character, is nothing more than a spit in the face to Annie Potts and her character, because it's like...
Dude, her character was fun.
Not just to them, but it was like a spit in the face to Chris Hemsworth, you know?
Well, not just that, dude. Check it out. So in the cartoon, She has way more of a thing. There's a whole storyline. So check this out. In the series, she ends up, like, changing her look a lot. Like, the artists kept changing her look. So what they did was they made a story around it. And it turned out she had ended up getting, like, a genie or some ghost that was feeding off her. And she kept on saying, hey, I want to change this. I want to change this. I want to change that. For Egon's attention. Yeah, dude. Her storylines in there was really cool. Even in the Extreme Ghostbusters, she came back. I mean, it may not have been her voice or anything, but it's the character.
Yeah.
So.
But
I did like the scientific and shit though. She was cool.
I mean, back then, as kids, when kids were watching it, I'm sure some of the slightly older generation could pick up on it. But when kids watch shows like that, they're not gonna pick up on the fact that Janine liked Egon.
Oh no! They make it pretty in your face, man. Not like in your face, but you bro, like even as a kid, I would understand it. It's subtle enough, but there's like a whole episode on how Janine wants to have his affection and be noticed by her and all that. I mean, they make a whole episode about it. So I mean, they do kind of pound it on the nail. Yep, she likes him. So
yeah, but movie-wise, though, they made it more prominent in
the first one.
Afterlife.
Yeah, well, but if you watch the first one, she even came on to him. Like when he was underneath. When he was underneath fixing the computer. She was asking him some stuff. And he goes, "I like to collect spores and fungus," and it immediately turned her off. She was like, "Oh, all right."
Yeah. That right there, I felt like she was like, trying to put some feelers out for him.
Oh, absolutely.
What he's all about.
Absolutely. But thinking back to the cartoon, man, there's an episode that I fucking love. And I'm sorry for the profanity, but this episode was so cool. They did an episode in the original, in the real Ghostbusters and in Extreme. So in the real Ghostbusters, Egon ends up having to go into the ghost, the thing that they put the traps in, right?
Yeah.
So he has to go inside of it. And, like, I think he has to rescue Slimer or something. Or something's broken and he has to fix it from the inside.
Right.
But there's another one, and it's in Extreme Ghostbusters, where Slimer ends up getting sucked into the area, and they gotta rescue him. And so he's, like, literally trying to fight his way out of this, like, ghost world. It's so cool.
That is cool. I think I remember that episode.
Yeah, it was a neat one. There's a lot of content out there, and there's a lot of Ghostbuster stuff out there. You can find it. It's not hard to find. You just gotta look.
Oh yeah. Now, here's something I think our viewers might find interesting, and I'm sure some of our viewers out there might know about this, and there might be some that don't know about it. So it has a really cool story to it too. So. In my neighborhood, we have a shared library. It's looks like a little tiny box, a couple of shelves on it,
yeah.
Everything. Where it's like a community library. You take one, you put one in each, add more to it to replace what you took, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we went out there. Well, I went out there one time, and you would not believe what book I found.
I don't know.
In that bookshelf. It is a Ghostbusters Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle crossover.
Yeah, I know about that.
Like a multiverse crossover.
Yeah, dude. I actually have a comic. I think it's I can't remember which one it is. I think it's Transformers. But I have a Transformers Ghostbusters comic. Yeah, there's a lot, dude.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I'm like, dude, are they doing crossovers with Ghostbusters?
Bro, Ghostbusters has so many comics, dude.
That's actually pretty cool.
So many comics. They've like got the Extreme Ghostbusters in there now in the comics. They've got all, dude. The comics are so vast. I'm gonna be real. I haven't read one Ghostbusters comic, but I really got to. Here's an interesting thing that you may not have known.
The one I have, it's the Ghostbusters and Teenage Mutant Turtles.
Yeah.
This one, it's of the original Ghostbusters.
Yeah. I know. But the thing also is, I think there's a sequel to that called Ghostbusters Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Yeah, unfortunately, I only have the first one.
Hey.
I am working on trying to find the second one.
Amazon?
I think that's the next place I need to look.
Yeah, for some stuff I go to Amazon. For some stuff I go to eBay. It just depends on what I'm getting. So.
Right. Yeah, no, like I said, I got it. I thought it was pretty cool bringing, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles into the world of Ghostbusters, and then next thing you know, it's like they're all 8 of them are fighting ghosts.
You know something really cool? So check this out. So in the Transformers Ghostbusters, if I remember right, Ecto 1 gets turned into a Transformer.
No way!
Swear to God.
That is so cool.
It is. It's hella cool. But, like, the world is vast, man. Like I said, you got your movies, cartoons, comic books, a bunch of stuff. Actually, speaking about comic books real quick, check this out. So there is a comic book called The Real Ghostbusters 2. I think it is. Or just Ghostbusters 2. But it's with the real Ghostbusters. There is a deleted scene in that comic. So at the in Ghostbusters 2, when they're looking at the painting, and oh man, one of the Ghostbusters is literally like glaring, like not glaring, but like he's in a trance into the Dan Aykroyd character is in a trance for the Vigo guy, right? And so then he starts acting kind of like funny in that scene. And then anyway,
oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, anyway, there's a scene where, like after that, where they get back into the Ecto 1, and he starts driving like a madman. In the comic, the deleted scene, he starts driving like a madman because he's possessed by Vigo, and that explains why he was still possessed at the end of Ghostbusters 2. Because remember how he turned into that weird beast thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because of it. He was still possessed.
Wow.
Yeah, there's actually even scenes from Ghostbusters 2 that are missing. There's literally like when they're in the train, where the train area is, right? The subway.
Yeah.
There was supposed
train.
Yeah, there was supposed to be right before the train came, the ghost train, there was supposed to be a frog creature.
Nice.
Yeah. But that scene is either missing, deleted, gone, or never filmed. I've heard about it several times, but I've never seen any of it.
And speaking of the real Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2 DVD copy I have, it actually contains 2 episodes from the animated series of the real Ghostbusters.
Which 2?
Let's see. First one is called Citizen Ghost.
Okay, I think that's like the 4th episode, 3rd, 4th.
And then the other one is Partner in Slime.
What weird number? Wow. Citizen Ghost. I remember that one though. I'm pretty sure I remember that one.
So what do you remember from that episode?
Well, look. Let me look it up first, just to see a picture of it, and then I'll be able to tell you because it's been a long time, and I'm only gonna look at a picture. It's not like I'm not gonna look at the plot or anything like that. Citizen.
Yeah.
Ghost.
And while you're doing that, one thing I forgot to mention to our viewers about
what I think
the
it
hooks
is?
and ladder is that when
Dude, no, Citizen Ghost? Bro, that's that episode I was telling you about. That's like a continuation of the movie. That's the ghost versions of them. Yeah. That's the episode I was telling. I was just talking about earlier.
I'll have to check that out tonight.
It's that's the one, and it's yeah, dude, that one was fun.
But as I was saying, the fun fact I forgot to mention about the, and this also includes the apartment, which Miss Barrett, who was played by
Sigourney Weaver, beautiful woman.
Oh yeah, and is that both of those places, when they filmed the movie, the first two movies.
Yeah.
Well, no, they actually used that building just in the first one. But anyways, they only filmed when they filmed it. It was filmed in the real place, in front of the real buildings, only filming the exterior, which is the outside of the building.
Right.
Now, when they did the inside of the firehouse, that was all in a studio out in L.A., California.
That's awesome, though.
And it was the same way, with the apartment complex, which is actually called the 55 Central Park West building, which was built. It didn't get established, and was not built until 1929. So that building there has some history as well.
Nice. Hey man, why don't we go ahead and catch some ghosts while we're talking, huh?
Yeah. So now
go. You want to go ahead and find a job?
Sure.
We'll go on your levels.
So to add to that fun fact, considering that, especially the you got to do it because I can't do it.
Damn, really?
So considering that these two buildings, they
do not
only
accept.
filmed. Actually, I'm gonna wait till ready up because by the time we get to the loading screen, it's gonna cut us off. So when they were doing the outside of it, they were doing right at the building, but when they did the interiors, now the interior. The funny thing about it, as it was described on this website, the inside, they actually what they actually did, they made it look more fancier than what it really was.
Really?
Yes, they made it look like not, I wouldn't say rich folk like fancy, somewhere between medium income to the high income.
Oh shit. So it didn't really look like that, like it showed in the film?
Right.
Oh wow.
Again, the interior of the 55 what's it called? What was it called again? 55 Central Park West building.
Yeah.
Was not as fancy in the inside as they made it out in the movies. Everything they did inside that building, and including the firehouse, was all done in a studio.
What? It's crazy what they can actually, because, I honestly thought that was part of the inside of the building. I genuinely thought that was the inside of the building. So that's really cool that they could do that.
I know. I did too when I first watched it. But here's the cool thing, though.
What?
They never mentioned about what they did with the inside of Barrett's apartment, though. So it's hard saying whether that was the real place, the real apartment.
Well, we might have to just watch the DVDs or the Blu-rays and see the extras and see if they talk about the apartment.
Right.
Because, that could have easily been a built-on studio.
True. And then the windows, behind those windows could be like a green board.
Yeah.
That way when they put it on a computer, they
You mean the green screen, man. Green screen.
Yeah, the green screen where they can add footage of the skyscrapers and stuff around it.
Absolutely. Hey man, I'm gonna go ahead and fire up this here quest, so hold that thought, alright?
Yep.
Since we're gonna get cut off here in 3, 2. Alright. For the people that are viewing, welcome. Glad you could join our conversation. You can go ahead and chime on in if you'd like, or just sit back and enjoy. It's a decent game. The loading screens are just a little bit long for my taste, but This game's not too bad. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. All right. Yeah, hey, bro, don't worry about those ghosts. Those aren't the ones you're looking for. You want the other ones.
You know,
And make sure you talk to these people too.
For a second there, you believed me. Thank you very much. Stand back, folks!
I'm coming. Whoa, I found him.
It's over here!
Yeah!
Ghosts may be captured. You've got rifts to take out if we're going to bust this thing.
Alright, close them rifts. You gotta find them with your PKE. Oh. Yo, we got another one. Oh. Ooh, not cool.
Check this out.
Hey, bro, don't forget to pick up the trap. Yeah, you shouldn't let it be going like that either. You'll lose. Oh, it's not? Alright.
You know, ghosts are actually more scared of you than you are of them.
Is that true?
Absolutely not. Have you seen a ghost? They're terrifying. They're ancient supernatural artifacts.
Ooh.
Here of all places.
Bro, there's an artifact over here. Why is he...
This looks interesting.
I'm coming. Oh, shit. He's right there. Going for him. Where is he?
Okay.
Watch out! Come on. Travel him here. There we go. No!
Drop's gonna recharge! Drop incoming! I see it!
Oh, I got him.
Tether's broken!
Shit.
Focus up!
Let's bring him towards the trap. Bring him towards the trap. Oh, damn.
Uh-oh! That's another civilian gone!
Bring him over here.
Drop drain.
Damn, my battery's done.
This show was a crash course in undoing your pants. Hurry up already! I'm joining ya!
Pull him towards... Oh, shit. They're all dead. Hold on. There we go. He's in. We're good. Rift over here.
It's not over until every last one is full.
Well,
Is that you?
Sucker punch. Mostly to my
How do I help you?
Thanks.
Alright, that son of a gun went this way. I'm heading this way. The sound effects to this game are pretty damn good. Alright, I'm gonna be going deep into the prison, so I'm gonna be hard to hear. Oh, I located him.
Feeling pretty scared right now. Thanks for that. I needed a breather. Sorry! Professional! Edward here.
Let's try
Ghost over there!
Pull him towards my trap. Pull him towards my trap. Dang it.
My proton pack's about to overheat. Vents in the pack! Here we go. Don't be scared.
Dang.
This looks interesting.
This place is 34% haunted. We gotta get that
Greetings,
ghost.
citizen. Have you seen any ghosts?
So, but I'm not sure.
Here's the truth.
And too many of these guys are fleeting, man. We need to really get this shit.
I know. We need to,
Better hold on to this.
Hold up. Let's see what this puppy can do. Whoa.
Not in there.
Oh, my ghost has been spotted.
Stand back! Ghost spotting! This way!
Oh, I've been slimed.
Be sick. Didn't see that coming. Thanks for this is horrifying.
Damn.
It's getting real out there.
Deep breath.
I'm staying right here until it comes back. Screw that.
whoa. Dude,
Hmm.
this sign was like, all of a sudden got flipped over.
Weird. I'm letting my trap charge too. Come on. Lead it. There it goes. Yes.
Yeah!
Booyah. That was cool.
About time.
I know, right?
That one kind of giving us trouble.
It's kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Returning to the firehouse. a slime buster is faster than them getting up on their own. I don't know. Right. All right, man. I said we end this stream on what our favorite scene and favorite quote is in any of the movies. Doesn't matter. You go ahead.
Oh, man. God, there's so many of them I can think of on the first one. I wouldn't say that it would be considered a quote, but I guess you could say I kind of remember, word for word, like line for line.
Mm-hmm.
So my favorite part was where Peter Venkman was running, as he was calling, a test.
Oh.
And I always thought that was kind of funny because he was making the girl believe that she was totally psychic, and that she was guessing all the cards right and everything, just because she was some cute girl in his eyes, some pretty girl in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, and I love how he would do it, how he would talk to her. He'd be like, he pulls up a card.
Yeah.
It's actually had wavy lines on it, and he's like, alright, come on. You got this. You can do this. And she's like, I don't know. A star? And
he's like, you're right, it is a star.
And the camera shows and looks at the card, and it shows wavy lines, not a star, and he goes, you know what? And he slammed it on the table like, you got it right.
Can you see the card? Can you see these?
And then he looks at, and then he looked, and he's like, are you looking at him? And he's like, he kind of pulls it back and goes, you can't see through him, right? We're not looking at him. We're like, no, not at all. And then he turns and looks at the guy sitting next to her, and he goes, and you're not looking too hot, buddy. And which could explain a lot because he's getting shocked.
Well, right.
When he gets it wrong.
No, for me, my favorite.
Okay. And when he goes and tries to get him to guess, the guy actually got it right the first time, but it's like, nope. Buzz.
When it comes down to my favorite scene, I guess I'll go back to the first film. And it was literally the scene when the Peter Venkman character literally looks over the New York, when the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man's coming in. And I don't know why, but I've always liked when he was like, Mother, Puss Bucket. I don't know why, but that line always stuck with me. It always stuck with me, and I thought it was funny as hell. So, I used to get in trouble for saying that, though, when I was younger.
Puss Bucket?
Yeah, bro, he literally goes, Mother, Puss Bucket. Literally. So.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Now that word is gonna be sticking with me, man.
For sure, my dude, for sure. Alright, well, hold on. My Frog Warriors, this will be the end of this stream. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed making it. We might have another one of these videos coming soon. Don't know. But in the meantime, it's Kombat-Frog signing off.